right, here we go. Welcome to the stream. Able to stream more. Quite happy about that. Yeah. We are in Kingston, Jamaica. And we're about to go very, very old school in the Federal Express 727 200 cargo. And I guess we're gonna bring some bottles of rum to Santo Domingo, and afterwards to Princess Juliana in St-Marteen. And we have nice ortos. Honestly, even the airport is kind of cool. See how weird placement is of that? Pretty sure they even enlarged that thing. Anyway, hopefully you guys are going well and good and all of that. We are sorry, about to prepare everything. Our nice airplane is there. I need to add the actually I'm gonna stop the music. Here you go. We are about to get prepared. It's an airplane by FlyJsim. I've flown I think the passenger variant last stream, but I used the integration with the default FMC, and today we're gonna be using well, that's not true. I used the first flight. I did 2 flights. I used the FMC, the default explain FMC, which is there if you're kind of lazy, which I am, and it's much easier to manage everything, obviously. Second flight I did only VOR, and today is gonna be very old school as well. That's an INS. We probably don't see it well, but that's what it is. There you go. That's an INS there, which is what the GPS was before, basically. The best next best thing before the GPS got invented, basically. So yeah, so it's very, very manual. You can only enter I think it's actually 9 waypoints at a time. It is quite a challenge, but we're gonna do 2-leg, so I'm not gonna need to refill everything each time. So anyway, let's get started. That's gonna take a minute, so we better start right now. All right, fueling. Hello Natam, comment ça va? Let's get going. And yeah, by the way, I think it should work at least. It does, yes. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. We're gonna do 61909. Nope, that's not true. 12199. 12199. There you go. Good enough. And next one, 61909. 61909. Okay, my mic is bouncing around. I'm not exactly sure why, but it is. Okay. One 909. Okay, that's a bit too much. 61. That's good enough. Pas mal, pas mal. Et toi? Ah, ça va très bien. Ça va très, très, très bien, en fait. Je vais faire... en fait, je l'ai dit en anglais. Je vais faire un vol complètement old school with the INS. That's the first time ever. That's not true. I did a test flight yesterday, and honestly, it went way better than I thought it would. Way better. So I figured, why not? There we go. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Do something first. to add that.
Category cockpit.
There you go. Let's do that instead. Oops.
Camera saved.
All right.
Camera
I
saved.
do that. Be fine. All right. Light engineer. Whoops. Engineer. I think. Je pense que je vais te rejoindre pour le deuxième vol, maybe. Oh, there you go. You're more than welcome. By the way, j'ai tendance si les gens comprennent bien l'anglais, j'ai tendance à rester en anglais, juste que s'il y a des nouvelles personnes, ne soient pas intimidés par le fait que je parle français. J'ai aucun problème à ce que tu me parles en français, c'est juste j'ai le réflexe de répondre en anglais à cause de ça. Mais j'ai aucun problème avec ça. Track IR. Quoi de neuf, Notam? Alright. No worries. Alright, G. I actually forgot to do a couple of things. Yeah, what's up, friendo? 7. Which I believe will be 6, right? Yes.
Camera is saved.
Alright, here we go. Not much seems things have slowed down with studies, thankfully. Wow, there you go. Happy for you. Are you doing anything for Easter? I'm actually going to my parents, actually. With the little one. First, well, it's technically her second Easter, but obviously she was way too young for anything to make sense at that age. Alright, here we go. That battery. Way too busy lately, so glad I can enjoy the Easter break in peace. Oh, is there a break? You know what? I'm dumb like that. Honestly, I forget. And I've had those holidays from school, obviously. I just forgot. Dude, see that? That's really annoying, right? It's my... I need to change it somehow. My desk anyway. Alright, here we go. Let's go. I'm gonna skip the EPU start. And go with external power. Have a family here. You don't have any family there? Here? Oh, okay. You know what? My family, in a very different way. My family is, all my family is in Montreal or the region of Montreal, like the general area. And I'm living in Trois-Rivières now, so I'm, yeah. And my wife's family obviously is from Morocco and live in Morocco, so it is what it is. Right, here we go. Engine guard off. There you go. Window heat 1, 2, 3, and 4. By the way, I have for at least half an hour. No, not that least. I would say about 20 minutes, maybe more than that, just preparing. So sorry about the long delay. It's just a very long airplane to get ready. Navigation, there you go. Test fire. There's a cool, very old school. Woohoo! I'll just here with my parents for me. Well, at least you have your parents around. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna do a line, and the way it works, for anybody who's not like doesn't know what an INS is, it's basically a box where you enter coordinates, and the way it used to work, well, the way it works is it's basically calculating where you're going, where all of that based on the movement of the airplane. So obviously it's not as precise as a GPS. GPS can be extremely precise, but it's way more than enough for flying, and it's doing a very good job actually. So the first thing you need to do is set up your position. That's the other thing. I know there's okay, we'll do that and that. I know there's a floodlight somewhere, just don't remember. Oh yes, I know, I can do that. There you go. Not patient enough. Yeah, I absolutely, but you know what, I'm gonna say that it is slow for sure, but I think once you start using it, it's not that bad. What is long though that I don't think there's any workaround is for instance, I prepared my, hold on, I prepared my flights here, so I know exactly where I'm going, and I didn't take all the waypoints. I only took the waypoints where you actually change direction. You know, sometimes you just go straight and there's a couple of waypoints. So basically I didn't do that. And the other thing as well, see, I even said arrival. I'm trying to do an RNAV arrival since there's no VOR, official VOR arrival. Star. So yeah, so what I did is this point is there, I believe this point. So basically I'm going there to there to there and then over there. Actually not over there. From here I know I need to go south and eventually intercept the ILS. But by the way, if somebody like, and that's kind of why I will disconnect from VetSim if there's a controller. If there's a controller there saying, hey, you need to do this, and I'm screwed, completely screwed. The only thing I could do, because that's, as you know, it's very complex to change that. The only thing I could do is a VOR approach, which is still kind of a setup, obviously. And there's none. The last thing possible, which is possible, I guess a controller would do that, is just being vectored, vector to the ILS. But yeah, that's the thing. It's very cool, but obviously it's an old technology. It's just very impressive though, considering how old it is. All right, and 12. And 12. Well, there you go. If another visual app, yeah, that's a good question. I can ask you. It's so cool that I have an actual controller. You can, like, that's a possibility. Like, you're not forced to do, let's say, an ILS and stuff like that. You can say visual on the runway visual approach, and that's it. So basically, if you're cleared for that, you can align yourself and slowly descend, right? Right, here we go. All right, the difficult part is coming. Sorry again if that's kind of boring, but that's the way it is. There you go. All right, the way it works, right now I'm at stand 17. I'm right there, which is a cargo, kinda. So I need to enter my position, which is right here. So sorry, I will say out loud many things just to be able to not make too much problem. As long as it's VFR condition and you have the runway inside, you can get a visual pro. Yeah, VFR saying that, for instance, during night and if conditions, like visual conditions, are really bad, you wouldn't get visual clearance, right? Visual approach clearance. All right, here we go. Okay, so you click north. 1 7 5 6 1. Insert. West 7 6 4 6 7. Insert. There you go. And there you go. And that number should slowly go down. Not somewhere like Frankfurt during events, though, since they do parallel independent. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I've seen, I'm not gonna name the person, but I've seen somebody who controls, I'm not even gonna say actually the the airport, but getting so impatient with people. And I totally agree that, you know, it can be frustrating. I understand that, but I don't know, some people need to chill. They just need to chill. All right, so that is done. Let's go to waypoint number 1, and I'm gonna input numbers quite a bit, so sorry about again that process. Process is not that fun, but that's the way it is. All right, so waypoint 1, that's what it says right there. And let's go. So it's always north or south. In our case, we're in the northern hemisphere, so it's north 18150. Insert. And then west 74397. Insert. First waypoint done. We click that, so we go to the next one. Dude, I don't know why I'm coughing. North 18296. Insert. West 72548. Insert. There you go. Second waypoint done. Third waypoint. Major problem from what I see is the less experienced controller tend to do is they talk very fast and get angry when pilots don't understand and ask for readback. You know what? I agree 100% with you. I think in the end it's about power. It's a bit sad, right? Like controller eventually think they have like this big power. Yes, I get that they are controlling, but you still have to understand that it's, you know, we're all there for fun. And I truly understand, by the way, that some people are annoying, are not doing what they should be doing, and stuff like that. But seriously, I've seen no patience whatsoever. When I say no patience, I mean no patience. Like, you can see that if you don't do exactly what they say at the second they say that, you can see that they're getting impatient. I've seen, true story, a guy who was obviously a new guy. Like, he didn't know much about VetSim and ATC and stuff like that, which is honestly probably 80-90%, maybe 50% of VetSim people, because, you know, you're learning and all of that. And since MSFS, it's getting very popular, and obviously you cannot know everything about every region in the world and stuff like that. And the guy, basically the pilot, started to descend before having clearance. And obviously, if you do that, it's very obvious. There's 100% chance that you just didn't know you had to ask for clearance for that, right? And the way the controller reacted is very aggressively. Hey, you're not allowed to descend. What are you doing? and he went like, he didn't say anything for like a second or two, and after that he went, the next time you do that, I'm calling a supervisor. I remember thinking like, what the hell, do you need to chill? It's extreme. And the guy like said, yeah, okay. And obviously the pilot like went, you know, it's very obvious. I don't know, I just don't get why people, and by the way, I totally understand that it can get frustrating, but I think, I don't know, eventually it's like power. They're like they think they're God to a certain limit, and what I say goes on, and you're like, dude, it's supposed to be fun. That's the basic. That's what it is. It's supposed to be fun. And by the way, that's just once. That's one thing. I have many examples of that. But yeah, I don't know. That's just what it is. But again, it's free, all of that, so. And that's the other thing. There's many different networks. You know what I mean? Like, you're not forced. If you really don't like one, you can go to another. And I can tell you that myself, whoops, 18310 north, insert, sorry about that, west 71530, insert. Understanding what the controllers say can be quite a challenge for me. First of all, English is not my first language. And I think I'm okay. I don't think I'm great. I think I'm okay. But you know, when a controller is so used to everything, the approaches, the waypoints, like they know them by heart. So they speak super fast, extremely fast. And for me, and that's very personal, if you input too many numbers, if you tell me too many numbers very quickly, even if I have a piece of paper that's just way too fast. So usually if I can, oh, don't worry about that, Natam. It's always fine. I enjoy conversing. Yeah, usually I really like going text, even though, and that's another thing, controllers usually hate that. Just because I can read it, so it's much easier, especially for flight clearance. It is so much work, in my opinion. When you read it, it's like super easy. 18194. Just give me a second, I'll read your insert. West 70329, insert 6. It is okay to be a bit impatient depending on the situation, as long as you're polite about it. For example, when a pilot sees that the controller is very busy. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Absolutely. You should kind of be prepared to react quickly to this, the instruction. Again, controllers should speak slowly and clearly. Absolutely, 100%. However, I had plenty of pilots be impatient with me rudely. Oh, really? Complain on the frequency, and if it's too stressful, everyone is free to disconnect. Just because I was too busy. Oh wow, really? Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ. I don't think I've ever heard, and I truly believe you, by the way. I'm absolutely, and you're a controller, that's the other thing. So you like, you've experienced stuff I didn't. I don't think I've ever witnessed a pilot actually being impatient. One thing that happened to me that I can remember right now was in Heathrow, which was definitely not my first flight on VATSIM at all. I was relatively comfortable. And the controller gave me you probably know that there's what do you call that, tags, I don't remember the name, to taxi. Okay, hold on, I'll show you. It's most probably the exact same way even today. Here you go. There you go. The guy told me basically, I remember I was somewhere here and I needed to go runway 27, and there are names around the airport, but as you can see, I have the official chart and the names are not there at all. There's no names whatsoever, and you need to do is click there and you got the names. I think it was Titan that he told me, and he said like old Saturn. I remember that was a weird name. I remember thinking, did he say Saturn? Like what did he say? And I even said to him, I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean, I don't know what that is. And you know, Navigraph is extremely known, right? Extremely known. Like everybody, almost everyone uses that, almost, right? And I said to him, I don't see that on my chart. And you can see it's nowhere near anything there. There's no name at all. And I said to the guy, is it okay if I stop at Lima 21? And the guy just repeated, and see, there's hotspot 1, there's hotspot, like he could have said many other things. Let's wait at Alpha 2 or stuff. He was extremely patient. And I totally get he was busy, by the way. I get that part, and it's always busy at Heathrow, obviously. But I felt like an idiot, like, dude, am I stupid? Like, and I was looking at my chart, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. And he never said, okay, just stop there. He said something like that, and I went, whoa, Jesus Christ, dude. And he could have said again, just stop at Alpha 2 or wait before something. I never had any information, and he didn't tell me you have another chart that's probably taxiing and you will have those numbers there or something. I don't know. Or it is, you know, he had more stuff to do, right? Yeah, better controlling famously are bad attitude around the network, to be honest. Better controller? Is that like UK? Would have worked. Yeah, exactly. And if you don't have time, and I even apologized afterwards by text, FYI. I really did. I felt like crap, like, sorry, I didn't mean to. And obviously it was, honestly, it was not super busy, but you know what I mean? It's always busy at Heathrow. And that is one of the reasons that I almost never ever fly from or to the UK on VetSim. I'm not even kidding. I don't enjoy myself. There's usually at least one controller who's like pissed about something stupid and stuff like that. That's just what it is. Man, shame that you made it feel, but yeah, but you know, that's life, right? It is what it is. I think some people just I don't know, it's very strange. Another thing I can tell you that happened to me is I was in Spain. I don't remember I think I went to Malaga or something like that, so I went through there, and there's two regions. There's the northern part and another fear, that's the southern part, and only the northern part was online. And what ended up happening is I got clearance for this to descend at, I don't remember, something like, let's say flight level 130, something like that. But the guy was very busy. There was a lot of traffic, and what ended up happening is I never had any more information at all. And I figured, okay, dude, I need to go down because I need to descend because I'm gonna miss that. But I was not, that part was not controlled, so I was like here or something like that. So I started to descend, and that's the other thing. The guy was extremely busy, so I didn't want to bother him. Like, is it okay? Do I need to do something like? I didn't want, you know, to make him snap or something. And I didn't think it mattered. That's the other thing. There was nobody, almost nobody in that area, so I figured, yeah, who cares? And what ended up happening is I was like around there, turning slowly towards Malaga. I think it's there. Yeah, there you go. And the guy just contacted me. You never had clearance to go to descend and blah blah blah. And I just told him, you're not even controlling the area, so I don't understand the problem here. And he just repeated the exact same thing. You never had clearance. I said, I get it. I'm just saying you didn't control that area, so I have no idea why you, I don't know. And again, like, he was pissed. Oh my god, he was pissed. Well, no, that's not true. He was not super pissed, but he was annoyed. Let's just say that. I don't know. That's just what it is, right? Weird stuff like that. And that's just to me, by the way, and I don't fly like a lot on VSM either, right? That's what it is. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. 2, 3, there you go. Waypoint 7, only 2 left. North, 1, 8, 4, 8, 1, insert. West, 6, 9, 5, 6, 7, insert. And the last point, which is 8, gonna be north, 1, 8, 5, 3, 0, insert. West, 6, 9, 4, 1, 8, insert. There you go. And yeah, and the way it works is that thing here is basically from and to. It's basically saying start from the trajectory, basically to go in straight line from one point to the other will be the waypoint 0. In that case, it's my position, my current position, to waypoint 2, well, 1 in that case there. So if I look at my chart, I took a lot of notes. See, waypoint 1, 2, 3, 4. So if, let's say, I was controlled and somebody would say, okay, go direct at Bud, I know it's my waypoint 4. So I can just say, let's say I'm at 3 to 4. Well, that's not true. Let's say I went 1 to 2. I could write change waypoint to, no, I would say 1, 4. And then insert, and then it would change direction and go direct to another point. That's just what it is. I find it fascinating, to be honest. I think at times, most of the time, just quick, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I don't like to do that all the time, and I find it quite nerve-wracking on VSM even more, because that's obviously, it's not like an Airbus 320, like that's a lot of work, and you have to think about a lot of things. And to be honest, I make mistakes all the time. I forget something, or you forget your speed, so you start descending, stuff like that. You know, I'm obviously not a real pilot, so it's a very different thing, but you get the idea. All right, let's see if I don't remember if that's normal or not. I'm gonna say yes. Oh, that's, I don't like. I hope it's normal. Not even kidding, I'm not sure it is. Five, 6, 1. Seven, 5, 6, 1. 7, 6, 4, 6. It's basically, there's an alignment that you have to do, but right now I'm on a line. But I don't remember ever seeing that. Whoops. Why am I not seeing anything now? Ooh, that is making me nervous. I should see something here. Oh, there it is. Oh no, that's not it. That's different. That basically means we're from 0 to 1, there's 80 nautical miles, and there's 1 minute. I believe it's 1 minute. I don't remember. But anyway, it's a time indication, I believe. Unless I'm wrong. Oh, I'm wrong. This is a time indication. Distance and time. But the numbers seems very, very wrong. It's making me nervous. Oh, see, now it changed. Like, why? All right, whatever. I'm gonna pray it's working fine. Moving on. All right, stab trim. We're gonna do a flaps 15 takeoff. It's gonna be 632. Sorry about that. That's a long preparation kind of thing. But we're gonna be in the air at some point. Here you go. And that's a very cool system. Like you need to move those things around and you can say set bugs. So that's basically V1, VR, V2. And if you add 3 different numbers. Where are they? Oh, there you go. There you go. V1 VR, so you have only one there and the other one is way further, so you're not confused by that. And V2 should be 148, right? I don't get why it's at 159. Oh, 178, is it? No, it's not. 158. Flaps retract, man speed. Oh, that's not V2 actually. That's flap retraction. Oh, interesting. Alright, whatever. Alright, moving on. Okay, let's see. ADIS is done. Given borrow, I did that. Heading, I did not do that. Let's do that. Gonna be 12, I think. Yes. 12. Oops. Which is 120. And again, very old school. Heading. 120. Right there. And I even can set up a VOR. I actually need to. 1155. 115. Let's say 5. There you go. 1155. And the course will be exactly the same thing, which is 120. And I can set up 120 here. And that should be the exact same thing as my heading, which it's not. 120. What did I enter? Oh, that's not set up. That's why. There you go. 120. Same thing. Here we go. I don't think I have initial climb, so let's make one up. Transition altitude is 17,000. It's technically 3,200, so let's say 6,000. Let's even put 10,000. 9,000. There you go. And you can see that both needles are pointing towards the VOR. Alright. Heading done. Let's go heading. Oh, and that's another thing I didn't understand at first. This is basically the controls for the autopilot, and this is what will display the flight director, which I didn't understand at first. I thought it was, I didn't get why there was 2 controls, and that's what it is. That is done. 220. Let's do 220, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 220. Right there. Transponder set. Go TAR right away. There you go. Controls done. Pushing clearance. Transponder, let's say on, doesn't matter. And let's start the APU. And ask for pushback. Let's go. Oh yeah, and I found a feature I didn't know. It's pretty cool. Small details that I enjoy. There's exactly, check it out. It's supposed to call better pushback. Now it's not working for some reason. So I'm confused. Oh.
Please show me where you want to go.
I'm not exactly sure what triggered that. Maybe it's the EPU? I'm not exactly sure.
Rhum to cockpit. So is driving up.
Scenery setup? What do you mean? Yes. I'm just not sure I can join though. Might be a bit late. Oh, okay, okay. You mean yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, whatever, friend. Okay. What sim are you using, by the way? I think you're using Explain, right? There you go. APU working. Let's disconnect the GPU. There you go.
Okay, outdoors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
If it's explained, by the way, the sceneries I have, except St-Marteen, are freewares. Alright, here we go. The APU is started. We're good to go. We're ready. Well, let's release the parking brake. Uh-oh. I thought he said oh, he didn't say that. I have to pay work for TMC also. Oh, there you go. You know what? I wanted I didn't want I didn't want to pay for it, so I waited for like a sale, but I think they're aware how much like people like this this place. It never went on sale, so I figured, okay, whatever. Engine number 1, ground. There you go, movement. And the sound is so cool as well. Inject, fuel flow going, exhaust temperatures going up, and N2 pumping. How long is the first flight? I can tell you that. 1 hour 18 minutes. If you use the route I gave you. The second one I think is about the same time. I usually try to make flights of around an hour, a little bit less, a little bit more on stream. Otherwise it's just sometimes too long. Not bad or anything, but for streaming it's a bit different. I usually don't do long haul on stream, but I might say that when I get to some kind of milestone, so most probably let's say 1,000 followers, I will do a long haul. Like a long haul maybe. Well, not maybe a very long, but let's say I don't know, across the Atlantic or something. Maybe LAX to Hawaii, I don't know. Alright, second one done. Third one. Okay, perfect. Trying to get to bed around 10:30. To get up early tomorrow. Absolutely.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Set parking brake, man.
Disconnecting tow. Standby.
20. Whoa. Inject fuel. And there you go. Disconnect. Let's go back to there. Generator 1, 2, and 3. Galley power. 1, 2, 3, 4. Essential power generator 1. Left back. Right back. Engine 2. APU bleed off. Cargo 8, Gasper. I don't know what Gasper fan is bothering me. Okay, flight altitude. I filed it at 310. There you go. And let's say that, and I believe it's around 50. Let's see, 17. So let's see what it is. 41. say 40. Let's go flight. APU off. Off. There you go. Roll heater bolt on. Like that and that. Taxi clearance given, obviously. No smoking sign done. Taxi lights. Alright, we can go back to there. There you go. Taxi lights. Motor brake RTO flaps for takeoff, which is 15. There you go. Speed brakes arm. I need to check that out, by the way, because I'm usually you do that, I believe at least. But nothing is like, there's no trick. Oh, maybe. Yeah, no, I don't get it. No idea. Anyway, it is what it is. Arm, let's go that as well on. We're good. PCAS on. And let's say we have clearance as well. Uh-oh. Hopefully my mic is good. So. Testing, testing. Yeah, it seems okay. Kingston traffic. FedEx 121 at gate 17. Taxi to runway 12 via Alpha, holding short Alpha. Kingston. Let's go. And power. Lever. It's kind of weird. Oh, another thing I found out lately. I think a lot of times the taxi signs are very freaking confusing, like really confusing. And I realized that a lot of them are just really badly made, like, and not realistic in many times. So I figured, like, okay, so basically I'm confused, but there's kind of a reason why it's confusing. It's because sometimes they're just not made correctly. And to see here, it looks very good actually. Not sure why it says Alpha 2 though. Maybe that's here? No, actually. I don't know. So anyway, my go-to now is quite literally, I'm not even kidding, is to check on like my live position on Navigraph, because that's just way too confusing. And I'm not even kidding, by the way. I saw a video, I think today, maybe yesterday, that explains everything, and you could see how, like, in MSFS explain many different default and even worse payware, like the taxi panels don't make sense. Check out the logic of OKBK airport. OKBK, it's Saudi, isn't it? Oh, Kuwait. Let me check. Oh, man. Oh, wow. That looks confusing. Yeah, there's no geometric logic, right? Wow, that is, yeah. So you could say whiskey 16, whiskey 14, whiskey 9, whiskey 20. That is just weird. Yeah, it is very strange. Yeah, that is, yeah. Don't be surprised if it's confusing. Have you seen Montreal as well? Obviously, Montreal is a small airport. It's not tiny, but it's not big either. But there's two taxi lanes that have no, they call that northern taxi and southern taxi, but there's technically no name for it as far as I know. And I figured, how hard is it to just put a name? Just put a letter. It's really not that difficult. All right, here we go. Taxi off, runway, strobe on. There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. All right, so what it is, we take off. We'll climb to 9,000. That should happen quite fast. And we go 35 miles. 35? Let me check my chart. I believe it's 35. Yes, 35 nautical mile. And then we turn north. So maybe around 10 degrees, something like that. And we intercept our first INS waypoint. Let's go to nav. Terminal ramp is confusing as hell at CEO. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, that's my thinking, at least. Kingston traffic, FedEx 121 taking off runway 12, climbing 6,000. Kingston. That's one thing I forget sometimes, which is definitely my error, my mistake, is I start talking and I forget, like I should prepare this sentence in my head. Sometimes I forget the name of the airport or the company I fly with and stuff like that. All right, here we go. Let's do that. Brake. Let's do that. Taxi lights. That's fine. Transponder on. Trust max. There you go. Let's go. 97. There's no EPR. It's all manual. So 97. There you go. And let's go. Pushing on the nose a little bit. Check. Letting go of the nose. Now waiting for VR. Oh. It is a bit windy, but really not a... Rotate. Around 15 degrees. First flaps up. And we climb. Trying to hold the speed now. There you go. Now we can do... What I will do is this. Something like that. Let's do... Alt select first of all. Oh, that's true. Engage, Alt select, heading, and then IS hold. $1,700. We can back up to around 90. Whoa! Forget the gears. I'll take the 727 also just to copy what you do. Oh, really? You have it? Oh, that's pretty cool. Not comfortable with it at all. Yeah, honestly, I don't think many people are comfortable with it, so it's all good. All right, here we go. As you can see, we're slowly aligning with the VOR, which is fine. I can try to align. I don't really need to align with it, but there you go. Let's climb to 250 now. We'll level up. Let's go back to 92. Somewhere like that. There you go. Flaps up and flaps up. By the way, best time to practice when there's nobody on the... Nobody anywhere, right? Auto brake, disarm. By the way, I don't know if you have it, but I use a checklist that is extremely useful, like an X checklist. And that's what I use basically all the time for that airplane. And I follow it very seriously. And quite frankly, I think it's worth it. And obviously it's free. I'm trying to remember. I'm not gonna do that right now, so I'm gonna change that. 92, I'm okay. 250 knots, I'm okay. Yeah, it's kind of annoying now. We're waiting for 10,000 feet, and we're waiting for 10 miles. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until it's not doing that. More of a YOLO pilot. By heading and maintaining, yeah. Well, there you go. Good for you. Oh, 90. Oh, I completely forgot. Jesus Christ. Kingston traffic, FedEx 121 at 9,000 feet. Climbing to flight level 310, final call, Kingston. Completely forgot about that. Alright, here we go. 31. 31. There you go. And I can do... I'll select again. And IS hold. Wouldn't worry about my... Exactly. Exactly. And that was on purpose, my friend. By the way, if you want... oh, you're probably going to use the FMC, right? Which is probably a good idea if you want to go fast. Alright, here we go. Landing lights off. Turn off lights off. Wings logo off. And people can unfasten their seatbelt. I don't know. And we'll go to 275 knots. And let's engage VOR. Since we're pretty much aligned anyway. Yeah, I'm surprised. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Oh, now it's fine. Okay, that was weird. Waiting for 35 miles. We're going 10 degrees. Actually, I can set that up right now. Something like maybe 15. That would be... let's say there. 10... 20, 30, so that would be 15. There you go. So we're basically at 35, a little bit before that, let's say 32. Yeah, 33, let's say. I'm gonna hit heading. And I'm going to try really hard. Oh, see, I didn't even put the anti-ice, but I think it was too hot. I'm not even sure there's a temperature sensor here. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure there's not any. Which is weird, but... yeah, I think this thing is modeled, but... Oh, there we go. 32, heading 33, and let's go. Heading. Turning left. Left. Look at that thing. Right, there we go. I'm trying really hard to not cheat. There you go. That's perfect. As far as I know, I understand. And around there, we're gonna take the other side. Yeah, and the trick, kinda, is, yeah, I'm gonna have to switch. Oh, I know when. I know when. There you go. I can do 88 now. So it's the same VOR, but I'm gonna do 88, which is literally the intercept. So somewhere here. So I'm gonna have some kind of an idea when I need to do that. That's barely gonna change because what's happening right now is we're going that way. Okay, I need to change that. We're going that way, and now we went this way, and we're trying to intercept that to start the path for the INS. And I'll know when I'm close when I hit that. Oh, actually, you know what? I just thought about something. I can most probably just engage and it will... I think so, actually. Yes, I will do that. There you go. And it's fine. Ah, there you go. Oh, that's pretty cool. And now this is the INS. And I can do that. Not exactly sure why it's changing already. Oops. Alright, it should intercept that. Yes, it is. There we go. Oh well. Let's hope, let's hope. And yeah, we'll set up some VORs just to have to make sure that we're following the right path. I'm not activating the little airplane on the map as a personal challenge. 92. Now we're waiting for 26,000 feet, which is the transition to oh, that's true, I never changed to transition altitude. 92 and 92 and 92. But wait, what? Okay, I thought my flaps were not. Alright, I never even looked out, I think. Here you go. Goodbye, Jamaica. And we're climbing. I'm gonna look later what that looks like. Let's try. I forgot to start the land pad. Alright, here we go. Sorry, I need to focus on many different things. It's a bit, yeah. I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit. It's very cool, but it can be a bit much on stream. Wait, what? Oh man, I thought I deactivated that. Yep. I don't understand why it was still on. There you go. That makes more sense. Loading in now. Where you will start? Will you take off from Kingston? I don't like the fact that I adjusted that earlier. Yeah. Oh, maybe it crashed? I don't think so. Yeah, I changed all of that. And it didn't save somehow. Stress. There we go. G-forces, that's fine. Gears drag, okay. Ground effect, whatever. The ground roll, ground shaking, sure. Head anticipation is annoying as hell. Natural movement is okay as long as it's not too much. OVG, whatever. Okay. Nope. Santo Domingo. Get some early screenshots. But figure out this plane. No worries. Thank you for joining, by the way. Always nice to have people around. MD SD. Oh wait, what? What? Oh, I know why. Is that? Yep, that's that. Alright, shouldn't do that anymore. Let's do it again. There you go. Ooh, 26. There you go. Max 7.4. That would be right there. There you go. We're gonna level off and then start climbing. By the way, if you have any questions about the aircraft, let me know. I'm getting okay, I think. And no clouds anymore. Oh yeah, and unfortunately I've seen that before. I tried to clean the orthos, but I have a lot of work ahead of me. Therefore I'm not gonna be able to do all of that. Oh no, please tell me it didn't crash. Alright, we're back. But we teleported. Apparently. And we're at Las Americas. Alright, here we go. Let's go back to my plan. We're good, hopefully. Yes, we are. Alright. 11716. 11716. There you go, good enough. 60136, 60136. So let's do that. Six zero 136. All right, good enough. Fueling done. All right, here we go. Let's start. I think I'm gonna start. Oh, that's true. Wait, what? There it is. I think I'm gonna start the EPU right away. Let's do battery. Let's do that. Wow. And yeah, I said that before. I got a sound pack for it. Well, I have a sound pack. X-Pilot update. Yeah. I might just skip it. Yeah, absolutely. Don't worry about it. It's all about fun, friend. Yeah, and by the way, X-Pilot right now is having a lot of updates. And that's the thing. You need to close. It's kind of stupid, but that's the way it is. You need to close Explain in order to update it. But obviously, you usually start X-Pilot after Explain, so it's always a problem. And there you go. When the temperature goes down, there you go. We can do that, and we can do that. And we have power. Hydraulic pump 1 and 2. Fuel system all 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Engine start guard, there you go. We do 1, 2, and 3. Window heat, there you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. Oh, sorry. There you go. Should work now, no time. Where's it? Oh, I know. Idea. Let's put that on the side. There you go. Okay, why did it do that again? Alright, we're good. Jesus Christ, that took a while. Alright, here we go. Beacon on nav. Well, I'm gonna do nav, logo, wing, test fire. I don't really need to do that, obviously, but woohoo! There you go. Now we need to set that up. Align, position. All right. And I'm at Charlie 11. Charlie 11 is north 1 8 2 6 4. Insert. West 6 9 4 0 7. Insert. Ugh. Waypoint. There you go. Thank God I prepared everything, by the way. That part, so it makes sense. Unfortunately, it's probably the most boring part, but it does work. Alright, Mela. First waypoint. Here you go. North 1 8 1 2 0. Enter. Second waypoint. North 1 8 1 5 4. Insert. Waypoint 3. Josh. North 1 8 1 4 5. Insert. Yes. West 6 6 3 0 1. Insert. Waypoint 4. We only have 8 waypoint for that. And I did the same concept. I didn't use all the points. I just used the points, the waypoints that like were a change of direction. Right, 4. It's gonna be north 1 7 5 8 9. West 6 5 5 3 2. Insert. 5. And I'm in. Well, welcome, friendo. There you go. So north 1 7 4 4 1. Insert. West 6 4 4 2 0. Insert. 6 north 1 7 4 8 2. Insert. West 6 4 1 4 7. Insert. North 1 8 0 0 9. Insert. West 6 3 1 7 5. Insert. And last waypoint is St-Marteen VOR. North 1 8 0 2 3. Insert. West 6 3 0 7 1. Insert. Crap. I forgot to leave it. Oh man, I don't remember how long you're supposed to leave it like that. I left it on standby instead, which I believe was a mistake. Alright, we should be good. Whoa. What happened? Oh man. Maybe I forgot to hit insert or something. Oh crap. Alright. Thank God I checked at least. Okay. 3.1 north. 182 1812. Ah crap. Crap. 18120. Insert. West. 68000. Insert. Wow, I'm not exactly sure what happened here. I have a feeling it's because I left that thing on standby. I might be wrong, but I think that's what happened. Zzz. Hopefully that didn't cause too many problems, but Jesus Christ, that's a long process. Alright, we start over, I guess. North 18154. Insert. West 67091. Insert. 3. That one is correct. I mean, where's the APU? Where's the APU? Back. You need to go in the flight engineer seat. There's I believe it's quick look 7, I believe 6 or 7, and look on your right. The EPU is right there. What you need to do is hold start for like, I believe 5 seconds. You wait until the temperature goes up. When it goes back down and stabilize, you go you close the field and you close the generator, and you'll get on the APU. By the way, I would definitely recommend to get that that checklist, because I think you're gonna you're gonna have a hard time. Six 63014, that's fine. I don't understand why 2 points didn't work out. YOLO pilot indeed. Yeah, true. 758965532. We're still good. I'm gonna pass over Saint Croix, as the Americans say. 17441 64420. We're still good. 17482 64147. Still correct. 2.7 18009 63175. We're still correct. And last one, 18023 63071. There you go. Croix. Yeah, exactly. But that's the way they pronounce it, by the way. Saint Croix. Which I think is hilarious. And that's the other thing. There's like a mistake in the naming as well. It's Saint Croix, not Saint Croix. But it's, again, it's American. I'm guessing some time ago it was French. I'm guessing. That's probably where the name came from. But yeah, anyway, there we are. Alright, here we go. Let's check the status. Okay, that number is going down, which is a good thing, by the way. There you go. I think when it reaches like 0 or something. I didn't do that for the last flight, so I don't know exactly how, you know, important or bad it was. Alright, let's pretend the GPS flight plan is done. Stab trim. Let's do that. Let's go 15. By the way, it took me a freaking while to understand that the menu is when you put the cursor on the left. There's that small menu, and then you can select stuff. I was looking in the menu. I didn't see, like, the tab was not a, you know, I didn't understand where it was. It took me a stupid amount of time just to figure that out. Okay, 6.54, which is about there. And let's go set bugs. There you go. Capture and dumb. There you go. Alright, 8 is done. Clearance done. Barrow not done. I swear to God, if it crashes again, I'm stopping the stream. Is there a way to change? Yes, there is. By the way, if you're using SimBrief, there's a very quick way to do that as well. You can do edit and just select pounds there. When I find it too difficult to find it in the airplane itself, that's what I do. I'm guessing it's here. I'm 99.9. There you go. Weight display metric. You go to option, which is the icon from the center, and you select the option custom weight, no, weight display metric, and you click on that. It will change. It's too lazy to edit, to be honest. Yeah, no worries. All right, Barrow will be 1015. I'm guessing they're using hectopascal. Oops. 1015. Do that here. Let's do 9,000. 1015. And lasting here 1015. All right. Barrow heading. It's gonna be runway 17. Therefore 172. All right. It's about there. 172. And we're gonna set up the VOR from Santo Domingo, which is 11470. There you go. 11470. There you go. And the path will be the one from the runway. So in our case, it's gonna be 172. Yeah, I just said that. One, 7, 2. Let's go. All right. And we're a little bit less than 1 mile from it. There you go. Heading there. You're going heading. Altitude set. IS 220 knots. Let's go. I'm gonna leave it like that for now, actually. Transponder, which is at the weirdest place. It's right there. Gonna do TARA right away. Gonna save some time. Control, push, transponder on, and parking brake. There you go. So let's push back, I guess. Exactly.
Tell me where you want to go.
That's kind of weird. 17 we said, right? Yes.
Ground to cockpit. Tower is driving up.
Santo Domingo FedEx 121. Push back and start. I forgot. Push back and start. Gates Charlie 12. Facing north. Santo Domingo. Jesus Christ, that was a complex process. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
All right, my friend. Come on. Yeah, that's a very old school. It's even saying Federal Express instead of FedEx, so it must be very old. There you go. Lifting the airplane.
Tower connected and bypass being inserted. Release parking brake.
There you go. Now it's saying 05, which I believe is the how precise it is, which I think is very good. Releasing.
And you may start engines.
Right. All right, waiting for 20 at N2. 20, let's go. Fuel flow. Whoa. What's happening? Oh, that was weird as hell. What happened? Usually fuel flow go fast. Are my... Yes, they are. I don't know what happened. Oh well. Alright, anyway, it's working. Close that. One. Waiting for 20 again, right there. And on. Why am I remembering that wrong? I barely see any movement.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Oh well. Parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Standby.
And stabilize. There you go. And let's close that. Start 3. On. Gas. And it's saying TARA and not standby. I swear to God, something different happened. Because it's usually saying standby here. Oh. Oh, I think I understand. That must be that, right? That's why. Oh, okay.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
And here we go. Slowly going up. I don't know. Everything seems slower now. Not exactly sure why, but there you go. Oh, I know why. Wow, my throttle were forward because I crashed earlier. That's why. That was weird. Okay, that's getting stupid. Alright. Alright. Close. Generator 1, 2, 3. Power. Galley power. 1, 2. Essential power. Generator 1. Left back. On. Right back. On. IPU bleed. Close. Cargo heat. On. Gasper fan. On. Light level. What is it? 330. That's cool. And I believe it's gonna be close to 0 actually. Let's do 10 for now. Yeah, I hear something. Oh, no. Alright, here we go. Flight. Here you go. APU off. There you go. Probe heater on. There you go. Taxi clearance. Nobody cares. No smoking. Fasten seatbelt. Seatbelt. Taxi light on. Auto brake. RTO. Wait, what? It wasn't on. It wasn't. It was at minimum. That was weird. All right. Let's go flaps 15. Speed brake. Let's skip that. Window radar and TCAS. There you go. Pick up clearance. Okay, there you go. Santo Domingo FedEx 121 taxi to runway 17 via Alpha. Santo Domingo. And let's go. And let's go. Yeah, there you go. That's a pretty cool airplane, I think. Oh, look at you there. FedEx as well. What? Doesn't show like a FedEx. Oh, it shows like a Chewy, which is a stream. Not sure why though. All right, here we go. Alright, that's kind of simple. The departure is VOR. The way I set it up is I'm just gonna go 10 miles, probably even less than that, and go north and then intercept my INS. Santo Domingo FedEx 121 departing runway 17, Santo Domingo. Or I should say taking off, not departing.
Santo Domingo traffic, FedEx 855 pushing to join Alpha.
All right, here we go. Here you go. I didn't do that, which is kind of a big deal. Go trust 97%. Yeah, I'm not even looking forward. That's all good. Pushing on the nose. Waiting for 135. Check. Letting go of the nose. 120. 130. Rotate. Positive climb, gears up. There you go. One flaps right there. Let's do engage. I'll select heading ISO. Oh, I should have waited a little bit longer actually to do that, but that's okay. Let's pretend. Let's do 250 now. Auto brake, disarm. Flaps up. Santo Domingo, FedEx 121 at 2,000 feet, climbing flight level 330. Final call, Santo Domingo. Boom. And that's basically it. Now I just count around 10 miles. And quite frankly, it doesn't really matter. Is it 10 miles? That's probably not even 10 miles. And my first point is Mella. So what we're gonna do is this. There you go. Yeah, technically you should go in straight line, but in my case I'm gonna intercept a little bit closer, I think. Yeah. Which is not a big deal. 330. Let's go. I'll select. Alright, I think we're good actually. Landing lights. We're not past 10,000 feet just yet. Whew. Uh-oh. Oh wow, really? Apparently my overlay just crashed for some reason that I don't know why. But maybe that's the reason. I don't know. And go, and voila. Oh, it says an hour 20 minutes. I'm a bit surprised by the. Oh no, it's gonna lower. Yeah, it's gonna get down. All right, runway off, wings off, logo off, landing off, fasten seat belt off, and let's go at 275. Uh-oh. $275, we're good with that. We don't care about the rest. And let's wait now. Funny that you mentioned sim crashes. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you saw on my stream. I was literally I was actually zooming in on the airport. I could see you and you just disappeared. By the way, sim crash just suck. It just freaking suck. And there you go. Now we're intercepting with our INS. Slowly but surely. I'm slowly getting the, I don't know, the flow, if that makes sense. It's all about practice. Yeah, the first airliner I really enjoyed was the Airbus 320neo from MSFS, but when I got, I don't know, a bit more used to different things in aviation, I think it's a lot of fun to fly complex airplanes somehow, but not always, obviously. Sometimes it's just way too much, and when I know the approach is going to be difficult, I usually don't take an airplane without an RNAV. But again, it could be fun. I don't know, it depends on the mood you're in, right? Yeah, we have to wait for a little bit now. Simple to set up and just increase some rate in the air. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I never increase a sim rate. I don't know why. It kind of feels wrong for me. But by the way, I used to do that some time ago. I just don't know. But yeah, by the way, my go-to is usually the Airbus 321 or 319 to go really fast, or the Boeing 737 NG for sure. Like if you want to go fast, that's the way to go. And you can auto load the everything. Yeah, there you go. I hate that. We have autos, but there's freaking clouds. I removed most of the clouds of that area, and actually that's kind of noticeable. But as you can see, the more east you go, the more clouds you get. But I'm gonna remove them. Just a question of time. Oh, question for you, Natam, by the way. That's actually a good one. Was that is that extremely annoying or unbelievably annoying that people can fly the Concorde now in MSFS? I heard so many things about that. Apparently there's a lot of people flying. It's a very complex airplane, and I don't know exactly how well it's modeled in MSFS, like that new version. But I think a lot of people go in the air with that and they don't know what they're doing. So basically they're not able to control the airplane and follow the ATC. That's actually kind of funny to me. Probably frustrating for the ATC, but it's quite funny to me. Alright, I'm going to set up a VOR so we have some kind of follow-up. There you go, that is 11060. 11060. 160 clunk. There you go. And I'm still not getting it, which is normal. I'm still not even at 1, correct? Yes. Wow. I will open up that fluorescent. Yeah, I could even put that there. Yeah, that's annoying. I complain a lot on stream. I shouldn't do that, but I really love the concept of orthos. But the biggest problem to me, I think the clouds on the ground like that are distracting a lot. The color mismatch doesn't bother me as much as the stupid clouds that you see printed on the ground. That is very annoying to me. All right, almost 26,000. Come on. There you go. 74, which is right there. We're gonna level up, and then gain speed and go on. Did the number go down? Yeah, the number went quite down. It's still a little bit longer than I expected, actually. Oh, that's true. That was the first flight. I didn't check for this one. Yeah, it says 1 hour. That was a bit longer than 1 hour already. I don't know. And there you go. We're leaving Jamaica. Not Jamaica. Santo Domingo. Yeah, there's even a cloud. Oh no. Yeah, that's a horrible place. Jesus Christ. How many clouds? Oh yeah, and that's one thing that it does. It adds boats everywhere, but it makes no sense. Like there's an aircraft carrier right there. Like why would there be an aircraft? I don't know. Whatever. Oh well. And there you go. We're getting the VOR for the first VOR, which I believe is yeah, it's in Puerto Rico. Yeah, and I'm gonna do the straightening approach to the ILS since I'm aligned correctly for Princess Juliana. Yeah, sorry. Four. There you go. I think this airliner is probably the most ancient airliner that I've ever flown. Oh, that's not true actually. I've flown the DC-6. Let's say jet airliner. Everything is unbelievably. It's so yeah. It's manual for sure, but it's fun. Yeah, like an idiot. Oh, that was dumb. I made so many views that I completely whatever. I put the file on top of the other one and I forgot that I created stuff in the first place anyway. What is done is done. Yeah, those indications are basically telling us that we're on the right path. That's what it is. It's still climbing. Whoops. I'm way too... I don't remember exactly what's the number, but I remember there's a number, like the engines can literally catch fire if you don't reduce the thrust. There you go. What? How are we turning? Oh. Oh, it's actually Mela. Okay, that's normal. That's our first point. What is that island? Looks like there's nothing there. Oh, somebody there. Yeah, there was some kind of event, by the way. A lot of people took off from Puerto Rico. Yeah, a lot of people took off from Puerto Rico, and there's 2 airplanes going to... Yeah, that's not good. I'll see what I do. Going to Princess Juliana. Actually, technically 3, but the other one is not a problem. Yeah. What are those? 757 and 757. I'm guessing both are on explain. I'm guessing. Wait, what? Call sign Borat, name after the one and only Borat. Wait, what? There's a... What do you mean? There's a waypoint called Borat? Is there really? Oh, you mean your call sign is Borat? Is that what you mean? No, I know the movie. I know what it is. By the way, I've never seen it, weirdly enough. But I didn't see your, yeah, I didn't see your call sign on there. Ah, there you go. Yeah, I see you there. Yeah, you don't have a flight plan though. Yeah, that's very clear. There's a lot of people that took off from Puerto Rico. Yeah, it must be some kind of event, I guess. Yeah, most probably. Yeah. There you go, we're going above Puerto Rico. Yeah, as you can see, like, there's a big color mismatch there, which I don't believe it's that irritating. But the clouds are very irritating to me, at least. And yeah, at first I figured, okay, I will just correct it, which is not that hard. The problem is there's so many freaking tiles that it takes freaking forever. I have close to 1,500 tiles, I believe, right now, so it's way too big. I don't have that time. I used to control TCCP before. Already TNCP. So you can basically control whatever you want. Well, ask for it at least, right? Wait, what? TNCM. Yeah, I figured. No worries. Yeah, and I started flying, well, that's the other thing. I varied a lot. What I wanted to do, and I usually start and I eventually stop. I start flying like from places to places, and from stream to stream, I kind of want to take, like start up where I left it, right? The problem is, I don't want to do very long flights either on stream, and I'm in Iceland. Oh, look at you. Jesus Christ. Are you faster? You passed me at the speed of light. I swear. Yeah, I saw you pass me at the speed of light, I swear to God. Was that a Concorde? I wasn't even looking. I'm not even joking. I wasn't even looking. I was hold on. I was checking my map, and no joke, I just saw that Borat like go up top. It was a bit much. It was a bit much. Sorry about that. Is that legal? Are you allowed to do that on VATSIM? Oh, good God, that was funny. If I was drinking something at the moment, I would have choked. Dude, I just saw you. I don't know if you saw on the map. You were literally there, and now you're there. Okay, that made my evening. All right, where are we? 2 to 3. So now we're going there. 2 to 3. We're going to Josh. Yes, Josh, which is right in the middle of Puerto Rico. Yeah, I have to see that. Honestly, that's a clippable moment. I should do that maybe later. I was just watching my map. Whatever. That was hilarious. My point is, it didn't make any sense. Yeah, the visuals are pretty cool, I think. Except those things. Yeah, and a stupid thing, by the way, I saw someone or whatever, some group made orthos for Mexico. Like very good, well, good orthos for the whole Mexico. And I had the link and I just lost it. And I tried to Google it. I was not able to find it again. That's kind of stupid. It was a payware though, but it seems well done at least. So yeah, anyway, I'm a bit disappointed by that, to be honest. This is a nice view. You can see how less stable those airplanes were versus, let's say, an Airbus, a modern Airbus. Oops, going too fast apparently. 74, and there you go. I should climb real quick. 33. Oh, you're at 33 as well. Look at that. Oh. I made the same freaking stupid mistake. I forgot to adjust my My barrel. There you go. See the clip. Hold on, I can check it out on my other. I start flying like from places to places, and from stream to stream, I kind of want to take, like start up where I left it, right? The problem is, I don't want to do very long flights either on stream, and I'm in Iceland. Oh, look at you. What's funny about that is it makes no sense at all. At all. You honestly, you look like you're from Star Trek or Star Wars or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like just like, yeah, like you came out of the speed of light or something. I'm not even kidding. Look at that. Whatever. Thank you for the clip, by the way. That was hilarious. And that was Borat as well, just to make it even more ridiculous. Lord. Alright, here we go. Let's do that. Let's pretend. Next step is descent. Are you descending already? Jesus. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, those guys will be there way before me. Alright, we're at cruise, and honestly we're technically already, well, we can go as fast as that, but I'm pretty sure we won't be able to reach that. So I'm gonna stay at 92, I guess. Yeah, and sometimes the sim brief, by the way, yeah, the profiles are a bit wrong, if not a lot, depending on the airplanes, which obviously it's a free stuff, so shouldn't complain. I'll swing in behind you so you can watch me slam it into the ground. Alright. Honestly, it's probably gonna look like that for me. My practice run, it's always the same, almost always. I'm pointing the nose down like too steep. I'm getting too much speed, so I panic. I flare too much. You can see the airplane go up a little bit, and obviously after that it just like hit the ground really hard. I could obviously go around, but I'm usually too lazy to do that. That's annoying me. Oh my god, look at the amount of clouds. I'm not gonna be able to remove that. There's no way. MP20, what is that? MP20. That's GA for sure. I just don't know what that is. You can always not go around. Yeah, exactly. I really like that airplane, but it is a lot of work. But so far, oh, look at that. Borat is slowing down. Doing some Top Gun maneuvers there. Wow. Roger, Maverick. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, my INS programming seems to be working correctly. Where are we? 5, so we just passed 4. 4 is tuna. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's basically the best way to maneuver transitions, I believe, at least. Yeah, I'm starting to suspect I'm starting to suspect the airplane, as I hope not, but maybe it's causing the crash. Because when I don't know. I installed the sound pack, and I started to have extremely random crashes that I'm not able to explain. And when it's that random, you just look at, okay, what did I change recently? And that's the only thing I changed, and it just stopped crashing. It's kind of weird that it would just be sounds, right? And now I don't use the sound pack, which is definitely not as good. It's not horrible, it's okay, but it's not as good. And see, it just crashed. Hopefully that's not related to the airplane, but at the same time. That's a very cool looking airplane. There you go. Borat coming back. Okay. All right. My descent should start. I'm not gonna go. Uh-oh. I just passed tuna, I said, right? Yes. Just before koi. Oh, that's the next one. Look at that. And obviously koi is a VOR. So 108.20. 108.20. 108.20. There you go. And we'll be coming at, what is it? 112. Just for fun, doesn't matter. There you go. This was pretty bad for me when I tried it. You got it simple. I like that. You know what I think is kind of I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. And you definitely experience that yourself as a controller, is when there's I don't know, people take that way too seriously. I've used like random call signs, and I still do. And you can see, I heard, like, let's say people I know, like, kind of being bothered by the fact that it's not a real thing, right? This is what VOR should be. Yeah, exactly. The thing is, the more people you get into the same team, usually the more, I don't know, problems surge. That's just the way it is. So at some point you need to let go. But I can tell you that, and that's for sure. I'm probably the worst person for that, I guess. But when I get a very bad experience from something online, let's say community or something, I just drop everything. You know what I mean? Like, that's the same for the stream, right? I don't know. I try to be not necessarily hyped and over positive. That's not what I'm saying. But like we go on stream and we fly, you know, fake airplanes to basically get away from our problems and stress and stuff like that. That's the goal, right? So when people take that super seriously. I just like, Jesus, you need to chill, dude. And I think that about not only flight sim, every possible online gaming. Somebody raging when you play with random, like you go, Jesus, chill, dude, take a deep breath. Like, it's fine, it's just a video game, you need to chill. Some funny drama recording call sign before. Oh really? Oh, it's really you? Oh my god. Okay, I kind of want to hear that. That is actually funny already. Wait, what? Mondigo Bay is online. The approach for MKJS. That's random. Alright, I'm gonna have to start the descent. Oh, those guys are slowing down a lot right now. Bag of one. Oh lord. I'm gonna leave it there. Oh, good lord. People have too much time. But you know, when I said it's about power, I think that's kind of what it is. It's sad, but that's what it is. It's about power. People get like this amount of power and it just, they go crazy. All right, let's set up for the VOR, which is 113.0. Oh, there you go. I think we just passed. We're above St. Croix. There you go. Pretty sure that's what it is, so I'm gonna have to start the descent. 5-6. Hold on. Yep, that's exactly it. We just passed the VOR above St. Croix. St. Croix. Alright, let's set up the VOR for the approach. 113. And my INS setup seems to have worked flawless, so I'm very happy about that. Unfortunately, we skipped a flight completely, which is a bit sad, but it happens. There you go, and that's gonna be approach 96, course 96. Yes, 96. There you go. Okay. Of St. Croix. Isn't that an Australian thing? St. Croix. Oh, okay, that you got the accent and stuff. By the way, good for you. I'm not even kidding. You're lucky. I'm sure it. I don't know. I think it's a very cool thing that you're able to talk, to speak so many different languages. I really think it's very cool. And very extremely different languages as well. Like Arabic and Czech are not the same at all. Alright, here we go. Boom. Alright, apparently it's 6,000. Australian like crocodile and yeah, I figured. Altitude set. Pitch selector IS old. I need to set that up first though. Yeah, we're going super fast. Let's do IS old. And now let's slow down. I usually go that way, I get the buzz and then I go a little bit up. Uh-oh. What the hell? What is that? Douglas Charles? That looks so stupid. If you look at that, they're like, okay, Speedbird, KLM, JetBlue. Oh, Borat is right there. You can only get so far, make tons of mistakes in the languages I speak. Yeah, no, yeah, true. No, I get that part. And by the way, I only speak 2 languages, which is not that much, that many. And I know I'm not speaking that well. And to be honest, you know, even in French at times, I think I'm not too bad, but when I hear myself, I'm like, dude, why did you say it like that? It's even worse on stream. You know why? Because you can see yourself. So you see yourself and you're like, oh, dear Lord, why did you say it like that? Why did you sound like... I'm not gonna tell you exactly what's the everything that bothers me, but believe me, there's a lot of different things. I'm like, oh, why do you sound like that? And I make kind of adjustments and stuff like that. But still, honestly, if you're able to just, you know, what's the right word? Get by in those languages, I think it's pretty cool. And if you're able to do ATC in them, I think that's a big up. Because it's not easy to understand everybody. I think I'm way too high. I'm gonna use speed brake because I'm pretty sure I'm way too high right now. Yeah, I'm way too high. Holy crap. Okay, I'm gonna cheat. I'm 52 miles in and I'm really freaking high. I'm full speed brake right now. I might have to do a 360 or something like that. Alright, there's somebody in front at 4,000 feet. I don't know what he's doing exactly, but... what the freaking hell is he doing? Whatever, this is completely different story from speaking language. For me at least. I'm comfortable with doing ATC in English and French and that's all. Ah, got it. Oh, okay. You know what? I kind of assumed you did ATC in, let's say, Arabic. Since you did, you said you were controlling in Kuwait. But you told me that technically you just need to speak English. What the hell is this guy doing? Oh my god, I'm way too freaking high. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to slow down fast enough. No, I'm not gonna be able to do that.
St-Marteen traffic, United 258, 5 miles from Gouda for the RNAV runway 10.
5 miles?
St-Marteen.
I don't think this guy is 5 miles though. Unless my map is not up to date. No, he's not 5 miles. No, he's definitely not 5 miles. I don't know why he said that, but... real life Arabic is an approved like our language. Yeah, but you'll explain that to me. Why is France using French though? And Quebec as well, I guess. I don't know if they do that in real life though.
Someone's doing a go around here.
I don't know why this guy said that. Dude, there's way too many people right now. We have a definition procedure for ETC in their language. Yeah. And by the way, I heard that from real pilots that, for instance, non-French speaking people really don't like. I didn't understand anything. Yeah, they don't like the fact that in France they speak in French basically at times. Why is this guy... am I wrong? He said he was 5 miles in. We agree? It is not 5 miles. 5 miles is like there. Alright, I'm gonna slow down like a lot. Enter a hold till it clears up. Looks way too busy. We're in quite well. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm gonna vector because I'm pretty sure I cannot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not able to do a real racetrack hold. But absolutely. All right, let's do that. Let's do that, and let's do that. Oops. And let's turn. I'm not even gonna tell anybody. Doing it, turning right. Yeah, I'm technically 15 miles out. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Not good. But yeah, totally, by the way. Honestly, I was thinking that because I saw that United Airline was
There it is. Good luck, Delta 1478.
I think I missed I misunderstood something. I must have. Yeah, there's two people in front of him. That's not possible. See, 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, that's not even. Yeah, that's those two actually I was thinking about. Alright, I'm gonna hold that, let's say 5,000 for now. There you go. And let's go left again. Let's slow down at 200. Actually, that's a bit too low, I guess.
I looked for VORs, I couldn't find any.
What? In Arabic, I'm basically never properly learn how to read and write, but it's everything else I'm fine. Oh, you mean like basically you speak it but you don't read it? That's what you mean? Yeah, that's very you know, well, I wouldn't say it's standard, but I totally get it though. I used to know someone who actually spoke Russian but couldn't read what is it called, Cyrillic. So basically they can speak but they have no idea how to whoops, power, I'm gonna stop. Oh crap, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. I was about to stall. That was funny. That was actually hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, that was hilarious. Alright. Oh lord, that was funny as hell. And you can see how well it was. Did you take out? Yeah, I did. Actually, I went Toga, as you can see. I went Toga and I took out the autopilot. But you can see how well it's modeled, basically. It's super. It's so impressive how well it's modeled. Yeah, I'm way too low, too slow right now. Come on. It's really started to do that, and I think if you go really way too low, there's no, and I was already at low altitude, like it would do that without being able to recover anything. All right, I'm going around. 25 miles. I'm still not really far though. There you go. That's more like it. Actually, I'm okay. I think it looks good on the final now. Yeah, I think you're right.
Get in those giant wetsuits.
What?
Was that another go around?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe somebody crashed in the water or something like
You know,
that.
Saba is to GA what St-Marteen is to airliners.
What? Oh, there's gonna be some stupid arguing. I'll select
You know,
you.
I was thinking about some comparisons about Gibraltar is the Key West of the East.
Auto brake set, I can do that. I'm gonna go... Whoops, that's not it. That's not it. I'm gonna go medium. Speed brake as needed, obviously. Landing lights on. I should have done that earlier. Just realized. Here you go. Wings and a logo. Alright, I'm gonna
I think
go...
we might be like flying directly under the approach path for St-Marteen, so we're seeing a bunch of airliners over us.
Alright, dude.
Traffic gets Stavros, Romeo, Sky USD, approach path cleared.
There you go. I'm gonna align. Just wanna make sure. Will it do anything if I do that? Hopefully it won't. Alright, we're good. Oh, I'm getting far now. Wait, there's people. Where the hell are they going? Oh man, those guys are gonna be in the way. Yeah.
I can see white caps. I think I might be a little low.
What? What? Alright, whoops, I never... Wow.
Traffic 1 will be joining right now from my one down.
10, 17. 10, 17. 10, 17. There you go. And 10, 17. I never did that. That's the kind of professional I am.
612, I think you hear me, blind, I'll join behind you for my one down.
Jesus Christ, the VOR is going crazy. Alright, here we go. 16,000. Yes, old. And let's slow down. You're able to hear my calls? I'm not even kidding. I was not paying attention. I heard somebody. I don't know if it was you. I'm guessing it was you.
I tried it, and I just couldn't figure it out. Me and my dad tried it. We just couldn't figure it out.
I'm guessing that's not you. Alright, here we go. Fasten seatbelt, sure. We can do that. Boom. Speed.
I see something big and fat. I spy with my little eyes something big with jet engines and lights.
So welcome back to It is the A320. I don't know though.
Yep, it's probably somebody rocking the fly-by-wire.
I have no idea why. I have no idea. I think I stopped caring. All right, here we go. 190. Let's go 190. I don't understand why the freaking needle is doing that. It's just messing about. Exactly. The thing is, at first I figured, okay, they're just, you know, having fun and stuff, and I was kind of following the conversation. Now I just lost interest. I was, oh, okay, whatever, dude. Oh, wow. I never disable my speed brake. That is bad.
Wow, I can actually make out the shape of that A320. We're pretty close.
It is like literally right above us, but
I'm passing the Piper. I'm catching up and passing him.
hi, FedEx 121.
Hello. Jesus Christ. Oh, there it is. 170. Uh-oh. Well, nothing now that I'm talking. Hey, Borat. You're in the 319, right? Hey, stranger who's talking on VOR. Yeah, that's annoying.
You will see the gorgeous lines of my Beechcraft Bonanza blazing past. You are a weak Piper. Goodbye.
I see you are now going to increase to 100% power. I'll see you soon.
That's so weird. I think I'm overall doing an okay job. I don't get why the VOR is doing that. I'm not getting it. Oh, I know. I actually know. That's why. Oh, man. There you go. Now I know. The reason is because I was on GPS instead of nav. So basically it was the line of the INS. Finally got it. $22 miles out. whoa. Dude. Power. Whoa, that came close to a stall again.
Mountain traffic board is turning right track to keep to join the on B105 miles 9, exceeding traffic 10. Number 5 Charlie Alpha, stepping out of cockpit for 3 to 10 minutes.
What the?
Might need a little bit more speed than that for it.
Oh lord, that's gonna be.
Gonna catch the back taxi, so.
Alright, I'm reducing to final now.
This Bonanza trims out beautifully. I mean, I'm just cruising with barely any input and it's staying right on.
This is Juliana FedEx 121, 18 miles out.
Where we're going, we don't need autopilot.
It's slowly getting annoying.
November 56 Charlie Alpha, back in cockpit.
Oops, too fast. That's 25. I know the VOR is a little bit on the right, so I need to disconnect. That's gonna be, yeah, that will be interesting to say the least. Alright, let's hold that speed for now. I'm not gonna do that. Gear's already down, speed brake arm, don't need to do that. And maintain, oh, that's the thing though, I need to do that. Landing. Set bugs, there you go. I can go way lower than that now. I think I need to wait 5 miles out, but I don't think I will wait that long. Yeah, and there's that. By the way, that's not even a joke. That's the first time ever I do that approach with the scenery that I got. Oh, there it is. Hopefully that's gonna look nice. I got it for the stream actually. Gaining speed, not good. Slowing down. I'm at 160 by the way. That's very slow. Sorry about that, but I'm not good with that airplane, so I'm trying my best. Oh, there you go. The airplane is doing a very realistic turn. See, it's not able to... Oh, actually it is. If I remember correctly, the VOR is like there or something. I don't remember how far. I think it's 5 miles, I guess. That would be 4.9. Princess Juliana traffic, FedEx 121, final 5 miles, runway 10, landing. Princess Juliana traffic. Doesn't that sound, I don't know, like it's the end of the world or something when you disconnect the autopilot? It sounds very dramatic.
15 miles out, approaching Lucky.
Oh, it's bouncy. How the hell are they able to align so freaking far? Oh crap! Completely forgot I'm not at flaps 40. Flaps 30, I should say. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm too low. Jesus, I'm way too low. Alright, a little better.
300.
Jesus Christ, I'm pointing up, I'm still not... Come on. Yeah, still too off. Way too low, come on. Ah, better. There you go.
200.
Too low.
100.
Yeah, I'm way too low right now, but whatever.
40. 30.
Cutting the engines.
10.
Ah, bounced. Crap. Princess Juliana, FedEx 121, backtracking runway 10. At one of their, yeah, for sure was really low. Oh crap! Oh no, the lawn! I'm gonna try to go fast. Alright, flaps up. You can land, by the way, Natam. Inflames for curve. Yeah, I don't know. I'm removing the lawn completely. Not so sure about that. Still 10 miles. Oh, okay.
Onboard is established on B10, about 10 miles up.
Princess Juliana, FedEx 121, vacated runway 10. And there you go. Alright. Let's do the procedure. Wasn't too bad, I think. Wasn't too bad. Alright, let's do that. Auto brakes. Off. Probe heater. Heater. Off. Oh, that's not what it is actually. That's that. Doesn't matter. Taxi lights on. Landing lights, runway lights off. What else? Strobes off. Transponder standby. Light ground, let's go ground. Let's go. APU start. Boom. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go. I don't see. Hold on. Oh, that's true. There's no, yeah. Princess Juliana, FedEx 121, taxi to Stan Bravo 2. Princess Juliana. Alright, here we go. And then go close. And close. There you go. Alright. Hearing it. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not what I meant at all. Holy crap. Holy crap, I almost scrapped out everything. Hearing somebody called Borat is just funny. I mean, that's pure comedy right there. Uh-oh. There's a United over there. I'm guessing it's a 757 maybe? I'm not sure actually, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna see you. Alright, I'm gonna taxi like a maniac. Be able to see you landing. There you go, Bravo 2. Come on. Break. Alright. Alright, here we go. We're gonna stop that later. Let's go check it out. Let's go see Borat. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It feels I'm still not used to the distances. As in when you're on approach, obviously you slow way down, like way down, and yeah, and it changes your perception. Wow. Borat. Oh, that's hilarious. Unless you did that on purpose, you have a livery of Kuwait Airline. Kuwait Airline, is that it? I think so. State of Kuwait. Actually, obviously you did not, since your call sign is Borat. Alright, let's check it out. Is it starting to rain? No, I don't think so. There you go, you're doing great. Actually, your altitude, oh, it's a bit low actually. Yeah, I think you did pretty much the same thing. Good job so far. There it is. Good job. Very good job actually. There you go, Borat. Is there anybody else? Yeah, there's a United Airline coming in. That's freaking hilarious. Like, just created a random model.
Well, we're track backing the runway, runway 10, Juliana.
What the freaking? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I honestly, it's kind of funny because even the really well-made sceneries. Oh, it is raining. There you go. It is raining. In Explain are not even remotely close of being as cool looking as anything in MSFS at the moment. So hopefully they're gonna be able to compete with that. I really hope, at least. Alright, let's shut down everything. Right, hydraulic A and B. There you go, no smoking sign assured.
Juliana 10 is clear.
What did I say? No smoking, there you go. No smoking, there you go. Beacon, I should have done that earlier, I guess. To exit off. That off. Beacon is already off. That is already off. There you go. Lead air, all closed. Close, and close. AC left back off, right back off, cargo heat off, Gasper fan off, and we're pretty much good. Last thing to do is that. Okay. There you go. And what the freaking hell? APU off. If you can stand next to me, if you're able to, obviously I'm gonna take a screenshot. Boom. And there you go. We're done.